Hello guys, it's Anders. So today we are back looking at Syntronik and we're looking at the T03. Now this is their recreation of the TB-303, just simply known as the 303. It was the partnered bassline unit that went with the 606 and the 808. So it's been used on hundreds of tracks. For me, the one that really rings true is going to be Prodigy's Fat of the Land album. It's all over that album. Fatboy Slim and the older projects. There's even the track from Fatboy Slim, Everyone Needs a 303. They're going to be some real go-to tunes for you to listen to and get an idea of what this is if you don't know about it. In all fairness, these stopped being made about 35 years ago, so they even predate me, which is a rarity for this sort of thing. What we're going to do today, guys, is just do a little overview of the GUI, explain what's going on, because it's actually a really limited synth, but it's been so heavily used. It's got some real classic sounds that can be pulled out of it. So we're just going to go over what we've got available to us and then what we can get sound wise. So let's break it down. Okay, so over on the left hand side we have a single oscillator. So this is a single oscillator synth and we can switch it between two types. See where we've got OS2 here at the bottom. So it's a saw wave or it is a square wave with a pulse 50%. So that's like your standard square. That is all we can do with it. We've then got the OS-D tune and then the tuning algorithm here, so we can slightly offset it pitch wise if we so like. Moving over to the right is the filter section. Now the filter section is pretty vast on this. We've got various types of filters. I won't explain each filter type. We can look those up, or I can go through all separate filter types in another video if you guys want that. Just throw it in the comments down below. Then we've got the different stages of that. Stages being the way it is passed. Mode here is switchable depending on what filter type we have selected. So you'll see we can go low pass, band pass, high pass. On the phaser it doesn't have a mode, for example, and you can see how the stages also change. That's going to be a slope. With the phaser it's 1, 2, 4 and 8. Obviously on the far right you've got some parameters that change dependent on what we've chosen here as well. So if we go onto a filter site, we have cutoff, resonance, drive and velocity. If we're on the phaser, for example, it is depth, feedback, drive and velocity. If we go to off, they all filter off. We then move down to the left, we've got controllers. This is going to be our bend, vibrato rate, so the pitch, the rate at which it wobbles, whether that's volume or pitch, and then the portamento, which is just slide between notes. Then got poly, mono, legato 1 and legato 2. We then have our ADSR with the hold functionality in there again as well, and a mount, so we can sort of wet dry the ADSR in. And then we've got our LFO, and the LFO also has a BPM sync button, or you can customly adjust the rate. If we take sync off, it's based on hertz. We've then got pan, pitch, and filter. That is it to create all of these sounds. Now, you can take the libraries you've got in here and then adjust them and tweak them as you so like in here. But each library in here loads its own sound set, so they've all got a different sound from the offset, and then the tweakability changes in the plugin. So bear in mind, it is a synth that is working from a sample set, so it's slightly different to a recreation. You're going to get a lot more breadth in what you can do here. We also then obviously have the built-in effects section, which we covered in the last video. That varies massively per preset as well. So let's just have a listen through some of the presets. This is the favorite one of mine I've found so far, the psychedelic intro art, which is this. And for me, that really embodies the sound of the 303 straight away. Let's go to some of these. Something to note about this library, it is the largest one. It is 9 gig in total. However, a lot of them are just labeled as the square and then saw options, with various settings coming out of the box straight away, and then you're able to manipulate them from there. I think what we'll do is put together a really quick house style track. I'll put a quick house bass line in, and we'll just flick through some of the presets that way and have a listen. And that, guys, gives you a pretty good breakdown of what the 303 box is all about. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. If it was, please bash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you got any questions or other things you would like to see, throw me a comment down below. I will see you on the next video, guys. Bye.